Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Karina, for those who don't know me. For my first video, I thought it would be a good idea to do a Q&A so you guys can get to know me, and I did it via my Instagram story, and I've got the questions in front of me. Can I just say, like a disclaimer before I even start, I feel awkward. This just feels too weird, but I'm gonna just go with it. So, you know, if I act a bit strange or weird, can we just, like, you know, move on and just ignore it? I'm just gonna have to get used to this because this is out of my comfort zone. It's probably gonna be loads of cutscenes because I've never felt so awkward in my life. And so for my first question, I was asked, where do I see myself in 5 years? I was actually asked this quite a few times, if I'm being honest. Ideally, I would like to be living by myself in like my own little apartment house or whatnot, because for uni anyways I'm deciding to commute, so I kind of want to get that, like, living on your own experience, being independent, doing things for myself instead of having to like rely on my parents to do everything for me. Obviously, like, I'm still independent now, but just not as much as I should be at this big age as well, 18. And I also kind of want to be in like my like career lifestyle, like being in my job, you know, being financially stable. That kind of links into my next question, what is my dream job? I actually am kind of confused with what I want to do. So for uni, I've actually applied to do nursing, but I don't know if that's what I want to do permanently. Like, I don't know if that's set in stone for me, because I'm also attracted to like doing the crime side of life, or like therapist and counselling. So I'm kind of like puzzled, but what I've applied for is nursing, and hopefully I can still do it and see how I feel. If not, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm doing now, if I'm being honest, but that's pretty much me every day. Like, I don't know anything, I am dumb. So yeah. The next question is, how do I get my brows so fleeky? If I'm being honest, the worst part about makeup, in my opinion, is fucking eyebrows. And I don't know about you, but mine, just what the I personally don't like them, so I don't know why you like them. What foundation colour do I use? Now, I only actually use 2 foundations, and I recently purchased the EX1 foundation, and that is in the shade 11, I believe. And I also have a MAC one. It was kindly gifted by a friend, and it's in the shade NC45. The last time I used this was probably the last time I did like a full face of makeup. Today what I've got on right now is the EX1, and I actually really like it. It's light to medium coverage. You could say like more towards the medium side. I'm not really a fan of high coverage. I feel like then I look really cakey, and I'm not really a fan of that cake look. I mean, if that's what you're going for, you do you, but that ain't me. What inspired me to be an MUA? I never actually started doing it until I was in like year 10, I believe. But do you know what the mad thing is, right? I used to come into school and I would do my makeup and stuff. At the time, I thought I looked hard. I thought I slapped differently. Looking back at the photos, I don't know who gassed me. It was me who gassed me, but I don't know who else like freaking thought, oh, let's compliment her, make me feel good, when really I actually just look like a pile of dog shit. I actually look disgusting. And this is like to the time where I had spoon eyebrows. My eyebrows weren't the best back in the day. If you saw them, oh my god, I am sorry that you had to witness that. How many siblings do I have? I have 2. I have an older sister who is 20, and I have a twin brother, obviously the same age as me, and I'm the youngest out of the 2 of us by 1 minute. So yeah, and we all begin with the letter K. It's like a, not a tradition, just a thing that my dad's side of the family did with like their sons, as in like all of his brothers named his children with K. And what is my favourite makeup routine? Mine is probably bronzer. there's just something about bronzer that makes me feel good about myself. It just hits different compared to any other product. I'd probably say after that it may be highlighter, but I feel like some people got overboard with it and like, oh, there's never too much, there's not a thing called too much glow, and I just think yes there is, because then you just look like you're dripping in sweat, and to me that's just disgusting. But as I said before, if that's about you, you do you, that ain't me. Do I prefer myself with or without makeup? Do you know what, I get a different type of gas when I'm with makeup. Like, I do feel good about myself, but the process of doing it is so long and so boring and tiring. But then obviously the end result, it does look nice, about nice. So the answer to that, I'd probably say I do look better with, because if you see me without, honestly, there's just no words to describe that, and I wouldn't wish anyone to see that, even though I spend half of my life looking like a twat and everyone sees that because I put my face on show everywhere. My first celeb crush, I think majority of people would know this, it's obviously someone from One Direction, and it was Niall Horan. In my primary school, right, everyone used to claim which member was theirs, and we were all like, oh my god, you can't have him, he's ours. I'm sorry, they didn't even know us and we were claiming them. Who the hell did we actually think we were? Honestly, who the hell? I look back at myself and I do cringe. The next question is actually pretty much of a deep one. Would past you be proud of the current you? If I'm being honest, I'd probably say yes and no, because I feel like the no part of it is like, I could have went around things a lot more better than I did in like certain situations. Obviously I'm not going to say what. I feel like I could have treated myself better as well as treating other people better, obviously in certain situations. What's my favourite holiday? Do you know what, I've only ever been in India, and I tell you what, that is not my favourite holiday. I don't even class it as a holiday because that's like a freaking family trip. So yeah, but I really want to go somewhere. What's my type? So my type has actually changed, but let's just talk about the personality side of things, right? I obviously have to have someone who's funny. I can't have someone who will let me walk all over them. I need them to like man up and like put me in my place type of thing, do you know what I mean? Like, if I'm acting up, I want you to sort me out. What puts me off is them like being really self-centered, egotistic or egoistic, you know what I mean. But if you're so full of yourself and think that you could get me or get anyone else, or be like, oh, you would do this for a man, no, I wouldn't. What is my age? As I said, I am 18. What is my favourite colour? I used to be indecisive about my favourite colour. I'd always say, oh, it's this, but then I'll say it's that. And I won't lie to you, at one point in my life, yellow was my favourite colour, but it's not no more. It's either blue or purple, as you can tell. I also share a room with my sister and her favourite colour is purple. I'm not allowed to have any say whatsoever when it comes to room decor, because I'd actually get my ass handed to me if I opened my mouth about it. The next question is, what is my worst habit? Now, I have a lot of bad habits, eating being one of them, talking a lot of shit being another, but I'd probably say as my worst one, it is my bad mouth and attitude. I swear a lot. I also just swear for the sake of it, and the amount of times I've tried fixing it, I've failed. But you know, it's like a work in progress. This is going to be my last question, and that being is, do I have any nicknames? And I think it's pretty much obvious that the nickname I have is Kaz. Okay, that wraps up today's Q&A, and I swear to God, if this doesn't bag like 100 views, even though I know this was very shit, very awkward, very cringe, I honestly never felt so more disgusted in my life. But if this doesn't bag like 100 views, you'd never hear from me again.